Hi, this is Daniel Muki, and I will be discussing the concepts of globally distributed software engineering programs as we have learned throughout the semester and how directly related to or correlated with a project that I am working on. The purpose of this project is to migrate the existing platform or technology of the company's e-commerce site to a new technology or a new platform. The new platform was purchased from a vendor in Israel. The UI/UX team is in-house while the product team developers are offshore in Israel. One of the goals is not to change the current UI/UX functionality and customer interaction flow. Israel is a low PDI culture, which is similar to that of the United States. Men and women are able to hold the same positions. The boss and subordinate relationship is more so that of a peer-to-peer relationship as opposed to a boss and subordinate relationship. The boss is very approachable. I remember after our first sessions with the on-site consultants from the offshore team, they requested we sit in smaller rooms and closer together. This is due to their culture. As Americans, we value our personal space, but from that part of the world, the offshore team felt that they can collaborate better with less space physically between us. I also noticed differences in tones. The tone utilized by the Israeli offshore team can be perceived as abrasive and combative, but in reality, it's a total opposite. It's just the way they communicate from a culture perspective. Understanding these cultural differences will remove a lot of tension and result in better collaboration. Project management plays a key role, especially in large-scale globally distributed software engineering programs because there are so many different parties involved. In this project, we have two internal project managers allocated to this project as well as project managers from the vendor side. There are multiple parties involved, with sessions consisting of anywhere from 25 to 40 people depending on the scope of the discussion. The audience consists of the offshore team, architects, business representatives, project managers, leaders, and various SMEs from the impacted domains in the IS. Communication across multiple teams is required, and our project managers ensure all teams are aligned on the goals, methodologies, project plans, and expectations. They set standards and help create and convey plans for the project. They also ensure all open issues, concerns, or action items are addressed. This is very important because open issues and unresolved action items result in gaps for the project, which hinder other people from doing their jobs, which eventually leads to the project being unsuccessful. In our sessions, our project managers are listening to conversations and looking for concerns, follow-ups, and action items. While the session is in progress, they call out the specific action items they are taking a note of and who they are assigning them to. They also look to get an estimated timeline as to when the issue will be resolved. After the session is over, they again walk through all the action items to ensure they have collected the correct information. The following day, before the next sessions begin, the action items are walked through again and status updates are taken. Project managers also do the necessary follow-ups on their own for project level concerns. I have experienced firsthand the difference between strong project management versus inadequate project management. Strong project management results in less stress on the people, more results, adequate delivery on timeline, and an overall successful project. Design and development. The design and development teams were merged as part of this project. This directly aligns with our learnings in this class as well. In a situation where a design team creates a design and sends it over to the development team without input from the development team first needs to spend valuable project time learning the design. If they don't understand the design, then the design team needs to provide limited resources to help the development team understand. If the team disagrees with the design and wants to change, then again, resources and time is required to communicate those concerns and make those changes. Lastly, if a specification document is not adequate, there will be difficulty understanding the design itself, and there may be situations where specification documentation has to be updated and more support is required to help the development team understand what the changes are and what the product is about. Essentially, since the development team won't have ownership of the design since they were not included in the design, they would have to touch base with the design team for every change and every issue. All of this takes time and resources which are usually limited. Currently, for this project, we have offshore architects, product teams, and developers on site in sessions with the business, our internal developers, and internal architects. We have scoping sessions where we discuss the key differences between the current technology and the new technology they offer and get real-time feedback as to the feasibilities of the changes requested in the product based off business priorities. This is then followed up by design sessions within the parties with solution for the requested changes. Since the parties that will be coding are involved in the design, all concerns are addressed up front. Everyone's input is included in the design flow. This way, we avoid all the issues that I just mentioned before. The product team also provides us with support by giving detailed overview of the product and the code, which our developers review with them. So now they can start understanding how to integrate our platform with theirs. As engineers in this program at DePaul, we learn to make efficient programs. But we also learn in this class that sometimes we can't make the most efficient software programs due to cost and timing. How to perform the trade-off analysis and how to communicate those concerns is very important. Engineers who are successful in this really set themselves apart from engineers who can't communicate or don't understand these concerns. Sometimes making the best software engineering programs from a technical perspective doesn't mean the project is successful when taking time and cost into account. In our sessions, there are multiple developers and technical SMEs from all areas involved. But the way our enterprise architect and solutions architect set themselves apart is by communicating in a particular way with the business about technical, timing, and cost concerns when evaluating functionalities and their priorities. This project is unique because the ownership of the platform is shifting from the business to the IS with the new technology. There's politics involved, and rightfully so. The business is very defensive about holding on to functionalities, which to them is a business customer impact if not offered. This situation leads to many disagreements and heated discussions between parties. Our own architects display political savviness as to when and how to deliver some messages and to whom to avoid potential pushbacks. They also inhibit traits of patience as they do take a lot of heat from the business. I've learned by just assessing our own software engineers that in software engineering programs, in addition to the technical skill, which every software engineer already possesses, they must also have political savviness, patience, communication, and people skills. These are just as important as the technical knowledge because dealing with people sometimes is just as important and is as much of your job when you. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you were able to take away from my experiences.